All right, here we go. So we're live. Welcome to episode 44 of Chillin with the NY Warriors. That's right, guys.
Let's get it.
How's everyone doing?
Good, chilling.
Good.
I'm chilling. I'm
All
here.
good, man. All good.
Yo, before we start,
Good day.
thank everybody who participated in the auction, who joined us in the auction.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
thanks.
Yeah, books. I know. My books are going out tomorrow, so everybody who wants stuff from me, you get it. It's being shipped tomorrow. Everybody else, I know they're probably doing it this week.
Mhm.
Y'all have
we'd
your
like to
books
thank
by the
everyone who
end of this
participated.
week. So.
It seems like we're doing a lot of like we're actually streaming a lot lately. You know, that was just this Friday.
True.
Monday. Yeah. So I want to thank everyone that joined us for that auction. It went almost 4 hours long.
It was a long time.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Yeah. You know, because there was no holds barred neither. You know how we do. You know, and on my end, all the books that they purchased from me were shipped today. So
cool.
So you'll get them today because I went back to work today. So I have a pickup at work.
Here?
You know, real quick, we're not gonna have today Manny NYC. He had to take care of some stuff with the baby, and also Carlos 189 is not gonna be with us today. Also, he's been dealing with some stuff, but they'll be back hopefully next episode. And I was gonna go through the line, but I figured we just did that on Friday. We don't need to go through the line again. We could just start right away what we were going to discuss today. We have a few things, a few topics that we were discussing. You know, earlier today, Jeff was talking about he wanted to know what do we use, and he wanted to know what you guys in the chat think also. What do you use to find out if key issues? What website or what app or what site do you use to find out first appearances, deaths, or anything that's relevant in any key issue? Like, how do you go by researching that? Like, what do you use? You know, if you guys have any things in the chat that you guys use, let us know in the chat, and we'll say it also on the.
Well, that's just part. The whole thing was I was fortunate enough to buy a Batman 357, right?
Right.
First appearance of Jason Todd. Went to do some research on the book. I go to my regular site, Comic Vine, and they're telling me that Jason Todd is on his first appearance in some other books. I'm like, what? So,
all right.
Went back to DC Wiki. They also said 357. Went to another site. They say something else. So that's what brought up this whole subject.
You gave me a big fucking headache today. I'm just telling you that right the fuck now. Jesus Christ.
I got all arrogant and cocky on the chat, and I told him, you don't need freaking Comic Vine when you got Biggie's Comics as your friend.
Oh, shit.
Well, his first appearance of ours, because there's three, and you know what? No site is going to tell you this. The only way you're going to really learn this is if someone wrote it somewhere else, like Wiki, because Wiki could be edited by anybody.
Yeah,
but then that makes it not reliable because you don't know who's giving you right information or not. But you also learn this by reading, I guess, your own books when you get them, knowing this. So just real quick, the rundown for Jason Todd. There's actually 3 first appearances for him. First is 357. That's his first appearance as Jason Todd as the person. And that book was also the first full appearance of Killer Croc.
Right.
But wait a minute. You said that's the first full appearance of Killer Croc?
Yes.
Of Killer Croc, yeah.
That's a whole other thing, man.
Yeah, Comic Vine saying it's Detective 25325, something like that.
4 Advil, Jeff.
Yeah, no. 357
no more.
Killer Croc got a few first appearances, few cameos.
Killer Croc, yeah. So, but we're not going to discuss him right now because that's going to be a whole other.
Right.
That'll be another.
Jason Todd first appearance is 357. Just Jason Todd the person. Right.
Yeah.
Then Batman 366 is first Jason Todd in the Robin costume because if you remember the cover of that issue, it's Batman fighting the Joker, and then in that issue, I believe Jason Todd figures out that Batman is who Batman is, and he figures out that he steals basically the Robin suit, puts it on, and tries to go help Batman, but he's not officially Robin. Batman didn't let him be Robin on that one. So then in issue 368, that's where you see him on the cover, and he's officially Batman made him Robin, let him be Robin in that issue. So that's his first appearance as Robin.
I want to know the official issue when he started being a prick, and then they voted his ass to blow his fucking ass out. What was the issue that he became a prick? Do we know that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that issue. But that's why you had 3. So when you're gonna look for his first appearance, there's one of those books where you have to get all 3 of them.
Yeah.
You know, you get all 3. All 3 of them have a little bit of value. They're not overly expensive. They're like a nice, like A5 condition raw, probably like $30 books a piece.
Yeah. Jeff, remember I suggested the DC Cyclopedia thing. What did they say Jason Todd's first appearance in the book?
They gave the Red Hood first appearance.
Okay.
They never gave Jason Todd first appearance.
What did they give Red Hood? When he became Red Hood?
No, when you remember when the Joker started out as the Red Hood?
Yeah.
They gave that first appearance.
No, that's
but they didn't give anything with Jason Todd.
Nope.
They're not going to give you that. They don't. Yeah, they're not going to give you that. So
even the whole fucking comic company doesn't know when their first appearances are. This is how screwed up this shit.
They don't really keep track of that stuff. You know who keeps track of that? Us. We do. Collectors do. Collectors and fanboys and anyone in the hobby. We keep track of that. Yeah. We point out when they appear. They don't really know. They're just writing to write, and that's it. You know, they don't really keep track.
Yeah, especially when they renumber their books like 5 times.
Exactly.
They're gonna forget.
Well, all your old school guys out there, you guys remember was it Encyclopedia Britannica? Well, we got ours, man. We got ours. I would look at this bad boy today, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I even mentioned that, and it's like, oh, I got that. That's why are you asking me? 4 Tyranols. You fuck.
Yeah, see, Jason Todd is like a B, C-list character. So those encyclopedias and all that, they're good for
this
just
is outdated.
Yeah,
but see, it says right here, Red Hood first appearance historically, Detective Comics 168, February 1951.
Yeah, that's
Robin. Check Robin.
Not Jason Todd Red Hood though. Yeah.
How about Robin? Since he was
that's
Robin
like when
first.
they put. That's like when they put the fake Sting on the back of the freaking cover of the Sting DVD.
Listen, man.
Oh, you know what?
I remember that shit.
Frost just texted. He was like, "What did the price guide tell us?" You know what? I didn't look up the price. I don't have a price guide yet. I know that's what in the price guide. Frost is right. Shout out to Undisputed Frost. The Overstreet price guide gives you those things. So that's that's a really good resource. So shout out to Frost for reminding me of that.
I'm dying to know what that fucking DC book says.
Yeah,
nothing on a Robin.
Let's see. Jason Todd Robin, first appearance, Detective Comics 526, September 1983.
526.
Look at that. Now that's coming from the encyclopedia. Got a list of all the Robins, well, at that time and the year they came out.
What issue?
Jason Todd, Robin 2, Detective Comics 526.
Oh, Detective Comics 526. Look at that.
And that's coming from an official DC book.
Yeah, but the only way, I guess the only way to really do it is to everything that you find, research it from the actual comic and see it. You have to compare dates.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta compare dates to see if they're accurate or not. You know, just because in that book doesn't mean it's fully accurate. They could be wrong too. You know, who's actually checking?
Listen, to me, Batman 357 is Jason Todd. That's it.
or you can go say Hulk 180 is technically the first appearance of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, technically it is.
Technically it is, yep. but that 181 is worth more than the 180.
Yeah. Same thing with the Gambit. Same thing with Gambit.
Gambit. You have a full appearance and a cameo.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of Tyranol comes into play because your head just starts spinning. It's like, what the fuck?
That's the same shit. It goes back to with Darkseid. Darkseid will for people, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to get. Well,
let's look that up. Let's look that up.
I can tell you right now, it's going to say Jimmy Olsen because I read
even the grading companies listed as a cameo.
It's
when
a
it comes to that, that's 134. Superman's Power Jimmy Olsen 134. It's only, and if you open the book up,
New Gods.
Forever People is the first full. Yeah.
Anybody want to take any guess? Any guess?
What does this say in the book?
First appearance,
New Gods.
Superman's Pal, Jimmy Olsen, 134.
Yeah.
Wow.
December 1970.
Yep.
Yeah.
All there in color.
Oh, yeah, that's his cameo. And you know what? Yeah, and it's only on a little monitor.
Yeah.
It's his face, yeah.
It's his face. That's it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like it's really a cameo. It's
Yeah.
really a cameo.
So, anybody in the
his
chat,
first
they got
cameo.
any preference?
Yeah, tell us in the chat. You know what? While y'all discuss that in the chat, I'm gonna give my usual shout outs to the chat.
I
We
feel
have
like
Gomez Comic Collector. We have a Poor Man's Comic. We have C Woodard 19, J Rod Ham 78, AG Surfer. We have who else? Let me keep scrolling. We have Beyond the Blast Doors. We have Comic Book Brother. We have Zombie Tramp Talk Show. Oh, he said, "Where's Manny?" Yeah, Manny's not in today, bro. He has take care of some stuff with the family. Yeah, he couldn't make it. Nerd Vision. We have Wiki Kid Crow Comics. We have Comic Book Champ. Who else? We have Rag 718. Who else is in the chat? We have Vincenzo C. We have Splash Page Comics, Kingdom Comics. We have Evan. Who else? I'm just keep scrolling. Chat is very lively today. Exhaust State Comics. We have Eddie the Comic Guy, of course, moderating our chat for us. We have the Simply Incredible podcast, and we have Pope Service the First. Shout out to you guys. Let us know, what do you guys use to look up information on key issues? How do you know what's your first appearances? What do you guys use?
Well, Pope says cameos whack or cameos suck.
Cameos ain't shit, yeah, but you know what? What is technically considered a first appearance when you actually see him in the book? Unfortunately, that's when you call it a first appearance.
So Kingdom Comics says that he uses
That's what
Comic
I was just
Book
gonna
Realm
say.
and Comic BD or DB.
Well, before the internet, there were magazines and books, and Wizard was one, but there was also another one before Wizard came out, and then there was the Overstreet Price Guide. They had their own thing.
Comic book database and the price guide he uses.
Yeah. Wikipedia sometimes, but that's not always accurate. Like you said, people can edit and screw that up. Comic Vine is another one. Total Comics Mayhem, which the website is gone. The guy said, fuck it, it's too much work, I can't deal with it. So that site's gone. And then sometimes Invest Comics I go to now. But before, I mean, Wizard did have a site too, a website too, that you can actually look up some of this stuff and everything. But there's like onlinepriceguide.com. There's just got to dig into some research.
You know what?
My comic shop is really good too when you're looking for a certain book, because they'll tell you if it says first appearance or something, like if you want to double check yourself.
Another thing that I was gonna say, but Texas Collector wrote it in the chat already. He says I use eBay. Texas Collector. You know what? He's right. I use eBay also sometimes. You know what? Actually, eBay sometimes is the quickest thing, especially when you want to look up a slab. You know,
and it says it on this.
Yeah, a lot of times
I do that.
That's a good. That's a quick way too.
Yeah, that's a quick way too, because you can just zoom right into the little window and see what it says. You can see what they think it is or what there is, because they're wrong sometimes also. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of slabs that they had to correct because technically it had a first appearance in it, but they didn't acknowledge it on the label.
He's funny. He says, "I asked Biggie's Comics, LOL."
You know what? This kind of remind me. You guys remember Ray Jr.? He had the same problem with the first appearance of Odin, because Odin's first appearance is in, I forgot what issue of Thor is, but it's just he got his back turned. He like at an angle, but you mostly see his back, and they consider that a cameo or first appearance.
Odin's back cameo? Okay.
Yeah.
AG Surfer says he uses Wikipedia. Who else?
You know what sucks? Before these websites got more technical and everything, DC Comics and Marvel had a great database looking up people and everything, and then they changed it all around and everything like that. So it's really not, they don't really look them up. And then they came out with those books that Jeff's got, their own encyclopedia of their characters and stuff. So,
the price. I think the price guide is probably one of the most reliable ones. Especially the Overstreet. You know, it's basically the same information every year. Just whatever new books came out that year, they'll just add them on to that. That's all.
I'm going to tell you right now, E. since CBCS and Beckett Media have teamed up now, and Beckett Media is known to make magazine price guides, maybe, just maybe not now, maybe later down the road, maybe they'll actually do something what Wizard used to do and come out with some kind of comic base, like a top 10 of what's selling or what's hot or whatever. Something like that.
Well, now that you bring that up, what's something I think they're going to work on, and Steve Burrock, when he was on JLS show, shout out to Jesse for having him on there.
Yeah.
He kind of didn't speculate on it, but their biggest issue that they were having, he was saying, is their web census and all that, their website, all that. And CGC's is on point. And remember, GPA, grade point analysis, is based off of CGC. It's a CGC company, basically, because that's what it does. It rounds off the sales, all the CGC sales. So now being aligned with Beckett, I believe CBCS will try to run their own version of that.
Definitely.
Their own type of GPA. Yeah, because right now everyone uses GPA for any slab, whether it's PGX or CBCS or CGC, but it's really only tracking CGC slabs.
Oh, okay.
True. Very true.
You know what I mean? So I can see that's close to what you're saying about them creating some kind of price guide, because they did it with their, Beckett did it with their cards.
They still do it with their cards and whatever, and they've been doing cards just about as all these other card grading companies do. But Beckett's always been around, and they got their own database, and I guess EA on cards, so they can do it with the comics.
That's true. Yeah, Comic Champ says CBCS website is behind the times. Yeah, it is definitely. I totally agree with that. They are keeping track of what they're grading and all that, but they're not releasing it to everyone, and that's where the problem is right now.
They need some network wizardry. That's what they need.
Yeah.
So they need a database. They need a nice database built for them. Special one. Cost a lot of money.
Yeah. So I mean, what else? Anything else you guys want to add on to this?
I mean, sometimes those preview books give you a little first appearance sometimes too.
Yeah, all the previews. Yeah, for the new one, for the newer stuff.
Yes, for the newer stuff.
Yeah, the stuff to look out for.
Yeah.
You got a lot of websites out there that they get the information and post it all over the place. Like, hey, this is going to be a first appearance and whatever. Just like that Spider-Man book that came out last week that flew off the shelves. Yeah. All my stores are out. I don't know about you guys out there, but I was lucky to get one.
The Red Goblin, the mashup.
Red Goblin,
yeah. I've always been doing that lately. They've been mashing up older villains together to make a new one. Just say they did it with Weapon H. That's a mashup of like Hulk and Wolverine. Now the same thing with the Red Goblin is a mashup of Green Goblin and Carnage.
I just hope it doesn't become a trend. They did two now. If they do another one like this,
let's.
No, they
all right.
They didn't
hold on. Count the Thanos shit.
They did three. Also, Frank Castle and Ghost Rider. That's a mashup also.
All right. So
but now let's think of it this way. Yeah, the Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's popular. The Hulk Wolverine mashup, he's popular. Like you said, the Red Goblin, those books flew off the shelves. If this keeps up, we're going to see a whole lot of mashups.
Yeah, you know what? The mashup works if the story is good.
It's good.
Because I read Weapon H. I read you remember, Mark?
Yeah.
That was one of the stories that before that hit big, I was telling you, Marky, give me that issue so I could finish the story. I was telling you guys about it months in advance. That was actually a good story. So it works. It works. And now if the story those characters are not going to stick.
And let's not forget the original mashup, that Dr. Doom and Iron Man.
True.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
real quick, guys, we had some people just add, some more people added to the chat. We have Jason Smith in the house. We have Liking the Covers for 4963. We have Silver Dave in the house. We have Stay Puff 1983. We have El Comic Box that joined us also. Who else? Just want to make sure I catch everybody as they come. Shout out to you guys. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeff. I just wanted to give shout outs real quick.
No, I was just saying, man. If this does become popular and look like it is, Marvel's gonna be doing a lot of mashup to refresh their villains.
All right, I got a wish mashup right here. It will never happen, but I'm gonna wish it anyway. Lady Death and Power Girl. That's what I want.
I thought you was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say Aquaman Namor. I don't know.
Oh fuck that! Did you see that? Did you see that X-Men Red on that gay spread that he had on that film page? Give me a break. That was his Playgirl ad.
Yeah.
Break.
Oh,
Evan says all cookie cutter throwaway short-term characters. Yeah, it's true. They could all be cookie cutter short-term characters. You know what I mean? It's only some stick, like like the X-23, but that was more of
the Gwenpool that counts too. That was a mashup.
Yeah, that's a mashup too. Yeah, that counts a mashup.
yeah.
Some of them do stick, some don't. Most of them, majority of them won't. There's rare ones.
Look, if they can do what the hell they want with their cat, as long as the story is good and whatever, and it keeps us interested, then hell, they're going to keep on going. But they can't just like, oh, this is going good, let's mash up this character, and that's what I'm afraid of. Like, we're going to have all these friggin' mashups, and then they're going to sort out which ones sell, which ones don't, and you're getting like what you're getting now. That all these books that were very popular now are dying off, and they're getting rid of them one by one by one. So that's what I'm.
Well, you know what? If Marvels want to do the mashup, fine. But go back old school. Merge with DC again. Bring back that comic line.
Never will happen ever again. Those days, what we got. That's it. We got a DC versus Marvel series, and we got the mashups between Marvel and DC characters. And we got Stan Lee writing DC character stories in his own version. So that's all we got. That's it. It's done.
He was writing DC characters in his own versions when he started writing Marvel.
It's funny. Some of those stories worked. Some of those stories were interesting. I liked it.
Look at his older interviews that he did. He had a great interview that he did back in the 90s with Kevin Smith, and he basically let it all out the line there. He said, well, this is I created Fantastic Four because of the group of the Justice League. I know Thor has like Norse mythology and all that, but he says Thor inspired him from Superman. There's all this coming out of his mouth. He's letting he's basically jacking their ideas, which is fine.
Marvel copies everything DC. Anyway,
I try to say more inspired.
Back and forth.
Yeah, I just think
started it first.
Yeah, they're copying the Hulk right now.
It's okay. You know what?
Damaged character. Right?
It's long as it's good stories. That's all I care. I don't care who the character is. As long as you got a good story and keeps you interested, hell, go with it, man. That's it.
When's Damage #2 coming out? I want to read that.
I don't know.
All those DC lines that come in. Well, both Marvel's doing new lines too. They both, everybody's in a.
People are liking them.
DC is right now is in they're in a reboot phase, but they're not advertising it as a reboot.
Yeah, the rebirth or whatever. They're just advertising it as this is what we are right now, and we're going with our. And
they're being smart about it because as long as they don't mention it as a reboot and stuff like that, people just ignore it. Don't even pay mind to it. But it's necessary after rebirth anyway. Metal's about to finish now, issue 6. And then we're halfway done.
Scott.
We're halfway done with Doomsday Clock.
Well, no, we're not halfway yet. That's 12 issues, man.
Yeah,
no, we only on issue
3. Yeah, we're
issue
like
3.
4.
We're only on issue 3.
That's right. We're halfway done with
Mr.
Yeah, we're halfway done with Mr. Miracle.
Yes,
Mr. Miracle. Yes. I ain't get the last.
So you know what? Oh, you didn't get the last issue?
Oh, damn.
No.
Damn, we warned you.
Oh my God.
Evan says that. How do you guys feel about DC Metal ripping off the old Judge Dredd characters?
Oh, because the Joker who laughs looks like Judge Death.
Yeah,
that's how I thought. No, he's right. That's how I thought. I say, damn, is that Judge Death? So I'm with you on that. But if you look at the origin story and everything like that they had with the Baphomet Glass, it's nothing like Judge Death. But he looks like Judge Death. Yeah,
the character design is like him, but the origin story is the origin story for Batman Who Laughs is freaking just every time I read it 3 times and it was just like so disturbing.
Also, the other ones,
funny,
the other ones are really damn good. The Red Death,
was good.
The Devastator, even the Green Lantern one, even the friggin' female Aquaman or whatever. That was some cold ass shit. Some cold ass with those people.
What is it? The last 6? The 6th issue is the last issue, right? Of DC Metal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, issue 5 was really good too. So I'm really interested to see how it's going to conclude.
Yeah, I'm seeing where they're going to go with
12
this.
And I
issues.
agree with Stay Puff 1983. He says, "Why do they need to relaunch Superman with Bendis jumping on?" I don't think they didn't need to relaunch Superman.
No, they didn't.
You know, they could have
I'm
just
with that.
moved them along. They could have just added like they were going to do Bendis. Bendis is actually doing a few different stories for Superman. You know, now it's been released. At first, it was just that side story for Action 1000, but now he's going to be doing the ongoing Superman series. And just another one that he's doing too. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. I was discussing him at OCS when I went there this weekend.
Honestly, because we talked about this. I'm surprised they didn't keep Dan Jurgensen on the action line because I think he's been doing great with that, and let him do.
He's not staying.
And also the regular Superman title.
No, he's staying. Jurgens is staying with.
No, Jurgens said he's gone.
Oh, he's leaving.
He's leaving it. It's going to be Bendis's book.
Oh,
he's going to go out whatever he has left to do. And then he said it on Twitter. He said, "Thank you for the outpouring, and everything. You know, I had a great run with it and everything. I wish Bendis the best and everything like that. I'm still around. I got to finish out my storylines, but I don't know where he's going to go."
You're right. Stay Puft just said both Action and Superman being written by Bendis as well. And Evan says they also use Jude Fair. I don't really know Judge characters like that, so maybe you know who Jude Fair is, Marky.
I'll read 2000 AD.
You know what? The only stories that I really liked were Judge Death, and I read that whole reprint line because that really interested me when I was younger, when I actually seen the shitty
Evan said that
movie.
Batman the Merciless is Judge Fear.
Judge Fear. Really? I didn't think that. And I read those the Dark Judges series.
See, I wouldn't know none of that because I've never read any of the Judges.
You know what?
Yeah, because it's all British.
You got a point because the Dark Judges do have that same type of element to where the Dark Knights are like, you know. So you do got a point there, and it definitely I agree with him wholeheartedly. The Joker who laughs looks definitely like Judge Death.
I'm gonna have to look this stuff up now.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
You know what? There is a trade paperback out there with the Dark Judge's storyline. It's really cool. It's with Judge Anderson and everything. She dies, she comes back, blah blah blah. Whole good. It was really good. And that's the movie they need to make with the Judge Dredd sequel or the TV show. They got to bring
For
it.
real, they just been making him kill regular criminals.
Yeah, he said that they had a DC. Evan said that they had a DC Dredd crossover back in '98.
Well,
when they had the Dredd license, that wasn't so good. I didn't like it. The Batman and Dredd was pretty interesting, but
he said all the Dark Judges were in it.
I didn't like it, you know. And that was about when the Stallone film came out, and it left even though I'm a Stallone fan, even I know it's like, boy, that wasn't good.
I am the law. All right.
Rob Schneider ruined that whole fucking film. I'm sorry. He was a fucking annoying prick.
But you know what? Since we talking about Judge Dredd, and Dark Metal and stuff, I want to show you guys the variant.
Okay.
It's now Dark Metal, we all know was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I think they're just trying to milk it. Check out these variants.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, stop.
I mean, my favorite variant is the Matina, right? What is it? Issue 3?
Yeah.
Variant?
Yeah,
that
but
one.
you see, they're trying to bring Harley Quinn into it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And she's not even in the story, so it doesn't make any sense. Unless
what was the artist on that again? I remember.
That is. They don't say.
Anonymous.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Greg Horn. Horn.
That's what I was saying. That looked like Greg Horn right there, but yeah, I didn't know. You know what? Honestly, the only covers I'm getting are the foiled ones because I think they're cool. That's just me. I like the 90s shit. So I don't care whatever other ones they make. I don't care if it's a limited. I don't care if it's a store exclusive. I'm only getting the regular foil cover. Fuck all this bullshit. I'll pay my $2.99 and be very fucking happy, or $3.99, whatever the fuck it is.
Well, I'm only getting the ones with the first appearance, which so far has only been number 2.
Yeah, Evan just sent me the stuff. I got it. Thanks, brother. I'll take a look at it when I get a chance.
Oh, you got. Oh, dude, you're gonna enjoy it.
We're gonna move on real quick. Because we could stay on this topic forever. It's already like we're already. Well,
I know.
Half hour is already fast, right? Half hour went by quick.
Yeah.
So this month, Preview World came out with the sales, the comic book sales, and I just thought it's something we should look over. It was pretty interesting to me. So let me just do a quick a screen share.
Okay.
So we're gonna go over the top sales for January, comic book sales. Oh wait a minute.
You got? Well, let me know if you don't have it because I got it up.
No, I have it. Bam. I can share it too a little bit.
Whoa!
Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is, guys, this is from previewsworld.com. You guys already know we get the big thick monthly preview. What, once a month it comes out, once every few months?
Yeah,
Once a month.
Every month.
$3.99.
Right? And they have a top 100 sales for January. I'm not gonna go through the top 100 sales.
All right.
We're gonna go through. Hold on. Oh damn, my chat closed now. Hold on,
Top
guys.
one sale.
1 second.
Damn.
All right, so we're gonna go through the top 10 sales. So we're gonna start. There's no big hiding in. Number one this month was Doomsday Clock issue number 3.
Yep.
For January. Sorry, not this month, for January. So that's not shocking to me. Doomsday Clock number 3. Everybody's into that storyline. The Watchmen. What do you guys think?
It's a Watchmen type book with DC elements into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how to sum that book up. I mean, if you like that type of book, Watchmen, when you read it, you should like this. I mean, that's just me. That I don't know how everybody else feels because Alan Moore is not doing it. So there's a lot of Alan Moore fans that just like poo on it, like fuck that. It ain't Alan Moore. I ain't buying it.
Yeah, and
it's
now
quite interesting though.
The elements what they, some people were upset about how they pulled the comedian. So so basically Dr. Manhattan and like I think Tim mentioned it also, but we all read that issue number 3. We were actually going to review issue 3 on our last show, but we got so caught up in the other issues we didn't have time to review issue 3. How they we were going to discuss about the comedian, how in the moment when he was dying, Dr. Manhattan pulled him into the DC universe.
Yeah.
So in that instant, he could live a whole basically life right before he dies. So that's how they made that canon. And there was a lot of people that was upset about that because now you're messing with Alan Moore's writing what was already written.
Right.
Me, I don't really care about those things. To me, they can mess with all they want.
Again,
as long as you make it good.
And they make it good and they make it right. Trust me, there's cash and grab, and then there's actually making a good story and making cash at the same time. So,
you know what? I didn't even really care about that whole part with the comedian. I'm all into the mind and the marionette. I am loving those two characters.
I'm interested to see what the next issue with them.
You know there's going to be that one panel when those two meet Harley and Joker. You're going to get that.
I don't think I told you. I told you guys this in the last show, but remember that they're looking for their son.
Yeah,
I got a theory that their son is the Joker or one of the Jokers.
Yep.
Interesting.
So when they all meet up, that's going to be the book to get.
I predicted freaking Watchmen crossing over into the DC universe, so you probably won't be wrong.
Yeah.
This storyline so far has literally all been like every idea that people have had like to do Watchmen and
like Rorschach and Batman. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have number 2, and the number 2 spot is like we were just talking, Dark Metal's number 5.
Yep.
That was a very good issue. I think that should have been number 1 to me.
It was definitely interesting.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think it's gonna be number 1 just because some people don't like metal,
a lot of people don't like it.
Good, yeah.
Yeah,
but it is doing good sales.
Yeah, if it's the number 2 spot, I mean,
it is.
Then number 3 spot is Batman 38.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and right behind it.
Right behind is Batman 39, which that's Tom King still in there also. Yep. Number 5 is The Walking Dead 175, and that's the new storyline, the New World Order. They're up to
which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm
good.
enjoying it.
I gotta
Very
catch up.
Yeah, I have to catch up with the last. Well, I read 175, 176. I just picked it up this week and I haven't read it yet. So,
Oh, that's going to be good.
yeah. So I want to see. This
good.
supposed to be a first appearance on there. So let's see. It's supposed to be Michonne's daughter.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah,
Picking it
that's
up,
right.
definitely.
You got to pick it up.
Oh,
You never
I
know with
already
these
picked it
Walking
up.
Dead things. Avengers 675. Issue number, that's finally we get a Marvel in there. Yeah, even Walking Dead beat out Marvel this year in the top 10. You see that?
Yeah.
We got Avengers 675. Then in the 7th place is Batman White Knight number 4.
Underrated book, really fucking good. I mean,
very underrated.
Underrated because you know what? I don't think it's underrated. It's in the top 10.
It is in the top 10.
That should be up more. That book was damn good.
You can't have all Batman books, like, you know what I mean?
I know, but it's just it is like
if it's good, it's good. Exactly, yeah.
It's just like it's a really good gritty story of a good Elseworlds tale they got going on there.
Them number in the 8th spot we have Amazing Spider-Man Venom Inc. Omega number 1. So the Venom Inc. that's been popular. Everyone's been liking that whole Venom storyline, that new story arc. That's good.
It was
then,
okay.
That new villain.
I personally didn't read it, but I know Eli read it. He said he enjoyed it.
I liked it a little bit. Towards the end, it kind of like, well, okay.
Yeah, it started out strong and then it died down.
Yeah, then to me, this number 9 spot was a surprise. Batman and the Signal.
That is a surprise.
Yeah, that book sucked.
I'm sorry, that book did suck.
I didn't like it.
Like
you know what? Yeah, he did. It took the 9th spot. It took the 9th spot, but
Scott Snyder writing it. That's why.
Yeah, people are gonna try the number 1 issue and see what it's all about. That doesn't mean issue 2 is gonna be in the top 10 for February.
Yeah.
And then in number 10 we have Old Man Hawkeye. That a lot of people are here in the community. I haven't personally, I haven't. I don't read Hawkeye, but a lot of people in the community seem to like it. People's videos I've been watching over the weekend.
Yeah, my nephew actually got that book and he read it and he enjoyed it too because he liked the Old Man Logan story and all that stuff. So he liked this too. What about you, Eli? Did you read that one?
Old Man Hawkeye? No, I didn't read it.
No. Anybody else on the panel here?
No.
Yeah, I read it.
What did you think, Jeff?
I read it. I enjoyed it. I like it from Hawkeye's point of view better than from Logan's because you know how Hawkeye he's not all down and depressed like Logan was. So
yeah,
I like it. New perspective on the same thing.
And of course the Star Wars titles.
And that goes into 11, 12, 13, all 3.
And Vader, it's good to see Vader still kind of up there. Vader's been a very strong book too. If you're a Star Wars fan, I recommend it.
And then you go back to 14, 15, you go to Detective. And then Spider-Man, then Resurrection, number 17.
I got to read the rest of that Resurrection.
Astonishing X-Men is 18, Flash 19.
That's the Matina variant cover, right? Yeah.
Yep. And then the 20 top 20 is Phoenix Resurrection number 3. So that rounds it off. So freaking DC killed it this month. It's been all the whole top 10. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 of the top 10 books this month are all DC books.
They have some very strong. You know what one is missing up there, which I'm shocked. Mr. Miracle. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, it's not top selling. No, that's why.
They're on like 2nd and 3rd printings with all their fucking issues.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why it's not up. I mean, not that well, you're talking about DC Mark. Well, shit, I give you props when a good Marvel story comes up, but I'm just telling you, as runs go, those are the books right now. So,
I'm thinking in February, X-Men
it's all
Red.
gonna change. Yeah,
X-Men Red is going to be on that list because X-Men Red was a good book.
I gotta get that one to read.
February
definitely for that one page. Just tear that out.
What else too? A lot of people talk about they want us to Fantastic Four to come back, but no one supported the Marvel 2-in-1 Fate of the Force. That didn't even make the top 20.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I bought it. I'm into it. I'm surprised no one else. No one else.
How do I explain this? You never know with the buying community and all that. Yeah, everybody makes a rumble and everything about the Fantastic Four. I want them to come back too. Trust me. But you can't sit here and tell me the last couple of times they had them back before they actually canceled. Were they good runs?
No, and that's why they
Oh.
were canceled. No one. They weren't selling.
The
They
last,
Bought up, damn it.
the last Fantastic
Jeff,
Four
don't
run
count.
that I
It
ever
was
bought.
Hulk.
The last Fantastic Four run I ever bought was when they killed Johnny Storm. That whole 3 series. And then after that, I just didn't care. Yeah, I got the Spider-Man issue, how they're dealing with Johnny, and then like you said, they bring him back and whatever, figure out some fucking way, and it just wasn't interesting no more.
Yeah.
And for your information, the last issue of She-Hulk was very good. Thank you.
Okay. We didn't want to bring it up. We didn't want to bring it up, Jeff. We didn't want you crying on air,
It's all right, Jeff. I'm just busting your chops.
I know, but the last issue is what, next month?
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
heartbreaking. Jeff is heartbroken. People, come on.
That'll be the best issue in the run, I think. The last issue, because it always is for She-Hulk. Whenever they do the last issue in the run, that's like.
I mean, they actually put thought and effort into the story. Actually,
They do that every time the series ends.
Yeah, every time.
So we have a couple of people that were added to the chat. We have Vincenzo C. Shout out to him. Who else? Fish Tropic. What's up? Puff Puff Comics. Who else? I think about that too every time I say that. I think that's everyone else. Mr. Gretzky 9966. Thanks for joining us. Marky, do you have it set up for the books for?
Yeah, give me a second here, and
I think this is the time of the show, guys, where we put our Timberlands on. Go ahead, Jeff. You could say it.
We're gonna put our Timbs on. We're gonna stomp down to Midtown.
That's right.
Go,
right, Marky. Take it away, Marky.
All right. So again, just going because DC is first. Anyway,
alphabetically is first.
Alphabetically, they're doing this. They're in another timeline where I think is it General Zod's son.
Yeah, that's Zod's son.
Yeah, it's son. Yeah, so actually, I know about this story. I haven't read it yet because I'm trying to catch up with everything fucking else. It's been crazy, but actually, there's actually a run with General Zod right now going on with Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps. So that's pretty interesting itself too. So this is another one. And Dan Jurgensen is writing that. This is the variant cover, which I think we all agree this is a very nice cover.
Yeah, I love American flag colors. That's definitely going to be a pickup for me this week.
Yeah, they should have saved this around 4th of July.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah,
I think it would have sold more, but that's nice. That's some nice artwork. Let's see who did. Carrie Andrews.
Carrie Andrews.
All right, close enough. Batgirl and the Birds of Prey.
And Dodson.
Terry Dodson does. Yeah, your dad likes Terry Dodson.
Yeah, I like Terry Dodson too.
Terry Dodson now is hit or miss.
Yeah,
before, yes, he was good. He's been like slacking lately.
I mean,
well, you know what? If you give him he's the same like Neil Adams. If you give him a lot of work, he's gonna rush through it. It's not gonna look good. Give him like maybe 1 or 2 a month. It's beautiful.
Okay, speaking about metal and all that stuff, this is another another one shot. The Wild Hunt.
Yeah, now Evan messed me up. Now they're copying off of Judge Dredd now.
You know what? Read them and then we'll talk about it because I read them already. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, there is some elements to it, but more on the Joker Who Laughs, who looks like Judge Death to me. That's how I thought it was. But yeah, that's another one. That's a foil cover. Yes, and I will be getting it.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you guys mentioned that because I used to read Judge Dredd. Now I got to go back. I got to go back and read it again.
Oh, God. IDW actually just, maybe a year or two ago, reprinted the whole Dark Judge's storyline. Everything that had to do with Judge Anderson dying and her coming back and bringing back. Oh, yeah. It's really.
Dark Knight's Metal, Bats Out of Hell. No, that's a Dynamic Force.
Yeah, that's a gold signature thing. Gold signature rebirth special. Gold signature. Okay, Dead Man, Neil Adams.
Yeah, all right.
I only picked up the first 2 issues of that.
I ain't pick up.
I have them. I read the first one. I agreed with Jeff. I just haven't gotten to the other ones yet. I've been reading the other shit. So, but that looks like that's a Spectre right there in his nose.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
really?
kind of creative.
He's green and he's a booger.
Yeah, he's about to sneak them out.
If you don't think about it, it looks cool. But when you start analyzing the picture, you're like,
I am
"That's gross."
analyzing. Look, he's like holding his mouth. Like, where's the rest?
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's right, guys. If it's a shit cover, it doesn't matter what company. That's if we think that it looks bad, man. I don't care if it's DC or Marvel.
I don't think it's bad looking. It's just like, why would you make the Spectre the nose? That's shit.
Man.
Come on, Neil.
Damn,
Neil.
That's fucking cool.
That's foul. Okay, Detective
Flash
Speaking
faces like
about
green
foul,
boogers.
there's Clayface melted.
I kind of enjoyed the annual, the one that came out with the origins of Clayface.
Yeah,
that was good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his Raphael Albuquerque.
Raphael Albuquerque.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's upside down. He's doing the Spider-Man thing.
In the rain.
Only thing is, he isn't kissing nobody. He's by himself. All right.
Rain cover.
His covers are just like so average. I don't know. I don't like his style.
Flash.
Oh, the Flash. That'll be on my poll.
Ew, hopefully not that cover though.
And the variant cover.
Variant. Oh yeah, with Grodd. That's right. Yeah,
yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that one better.
Yeah, I like that. Grodd.
Gotham City Garage. Do we even bother?
Yeah,
we'll show it real quick.
No,
I'm not feeling it.
No.
Yes, as I was saying before, there you go. General's not fucking this shit up, man. Yeah.
Tyler Kirk. Is that Tyler Kirkham?
This is
no,
that's the regular cut. This is the Tyler Kirkham one.
Yeah, Tyler Kirkham's the man.
He's got great art, but you know what? I'm not interested in this cover. I'm sorry. You have a story with General Zod. You should have General Zod.
That is badass, though, that cover.
I know, it's mad. It looks like fucking Green Lantern's about to get gang raped here, but, I feel sorry. Get the Vaseline, buddy, on your own. All right.
Justice
America.
Justice League of America 24.
Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson covers.
Let's see.
It's Promethea.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looked good.
All right.
From what you call it, the Alex Ross thing, what do you call it? All American Comics?
Yeah.
With Tom Strong and all those people.
Nice. That looks good.
That's pretty interesting. That's pretty. I like. Yeah. Okay. Cover B.
I'll pick it up. Cover B sucks.
Yeah. No. The regular cover looks way better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. That looks way better.
Yeah, the all white.
Okay, Mr. Miracle director's cover. This. Oh, that's an autograph copy. Okay.
Mr. Miracle is supposed to have like something in it.
Yeah, a director's cut. It's just a director's cut of #1, and probably just has some work pages or something.
It's supposed to have like a unpublished story, something they did. Like they did some story and they never published it.
All right.
I read it in the previews, so I don't know.
I don't, honestly, I really, unless the cover's kind of cool, and if I missed out on the first book, I would probably buy the director's cut. But it feels like it's like those DVDs. Here's the first cut of the film. Here's the ultimate edition. Oh shit, they're used to that. Sorry. I have not picked any of these books up, so I can tell you.
That's the first appearance of the new logo. People have been saying. That's what people were saying. That's supposed to be. I've read a few of them. I have no interest in it.
I
don't like it.
I don't like it. I'm just trying to be nice. I don't like it.
I don't get why they use Superman.
If we're going to have different Superman, we might as well bring back all Steel, Superboy, the Eradicator, and all that other shit.
Steel's and Superwoman.
I know. I'm just saying, but bring them all back again. Why don't you? Ragman, another underrated book.
Hey, Steel was good, Marky. No.
What, the movie? No, Shaq ruined it.
Comic book Steel.
Yeah, yin yang.
Red Hood and the Outlaws, #19. Come on.
That's been a good book. I haven't been reading it, so I can't vouch for that.
Yeah. Variant cover.
That's not a bad cover.
Nice Batmobile.
Would you like to ride my Batmobile?
Like the animated series Batmobile.
Like I hate covers where there's stuff in the cover, but there's no back.
We need Connor Kent back. He just disappeared after New 52.
Forget it. The Scooby-Doo
Honor
apocalypse.
Cat. Who that?
Yeah.
Shade, the
Sideways
changing
number one.
girl, whatever. The
What's
one.
that?
Yeah, this is the Milk Wars.
This is.
Have anybody been reading that? Like,
No, I haven't.
No.
I have no interest. None whatsoever. This is
Who
one
cares
of
about
the
Milk?
new
Milk is
characters we were
nasty.
talking about. This is
One of the
Sideways.
new books that comes out this week.
Spider-Man.
One, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like
That
Spider-Man.
looks like a
but he could-
This whole
Spider-Man.
storyline,
he could
Spider-Man
teleport.
acts like Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
But his power is he could teleport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heroes.
You know which one I'm waiting for? The Terrifics or whatever like
Yes.
that with Plastic
yeah.
Man and everything. That's the one I'm waiting for.
Yeah, the Terrifics, that looks interesting. I think I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah. Suicide Squad. Yeah. Ethan Van
Remember reading
Sciver cover.
Yeah.
Oh, they bought what the hell's her name?
Was
She
that
died.
Power Girl?
She's actually in the it's like she's like in the Matrix and all that. I forgot what her name
Isn't she like the Power Girl, but like a different
no,
one,
she's
like the
no
one from the Teen
electronic
Titans
whiz,
book?
and she's inside the circuits and shit like that. She can, she
She's
died.
like Tony
and-
now. She's like Tony.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. So this cover is sold out online.
It's a nice cover.
It's nice.
It's decent. I like the short hair. It's different.
This is what we've
We're
all
just
been
gonna go
waiting
right to the
for.
variant because nobody's
Go to the
No,
variant.
show the regular cover first.
All
We'll
right,
go
we'll do
cover
the
first.
regular cover
So,
first.
guys, this week we have an art germ.
Yep.
A lot of people.
So we have an art germ,
Oh.
Supergirl. This is the regular cover. Okay, not bad. But here you go.
Covers
number
aren't as
18.
bad, but when
Yeah,
you got
there
an art
you go.
germ,
Supergirl.
that's an
Yeah,
art
German.
cover
That's a
swipe.
throwback to the Copper Age Supergirl.
Yep.
You
That's
know
a
what?
sick cover.
Out of all the
This is-
art germ covers so far,
People
to me,
working to
this
that.
one is the best. But I know
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
other ones coming up that are
Yeah, the one
making a
after
run
this is
for
good
it.
too. Yeah, the one coming up next time is good too. But this one's good. Yeah, this is.
I like the old style, like you said. The old
Remember,
style.
I showed you guys on the off air. Remember
Yeah.
the original
Yeah.
how she's when she
Mhm.
dressed like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a really
Yeah,
good
that's a
cover.
good
So
one.
that's going to be a big seller. That's something
What
stupid. Titans number 20. No shit, they're quitting.
Yeah, again, they always
Again.
quit.
Yeah. DC got plans for them between the
they're all walking
show
away.
and everything.
It's the X Factor.
It's the X Factor.
Yeah, tell you
Uh,
the truth. No, the Titans are the X Factor because the original Titans had Cyborg, and then when they reboot the whole thing, Cyborg joined the
Titans.
Justice League. So it's like they don't know what to do with the
Plug
Titans.
in my
Oh,
charger.
Eddie is saying, does anyone actually read Supergirl? Yes.
The fuck?
Eli, tell him you're reading it. Supergirl.
And quiet.
What happened with the Titans?
The
No.
Titan. We don't know what's happening with the Titans. We're talking
What's happening with Supergirl?
Supergirl. What's going on with Supergirl? You said you've been reading it.
Eli, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Oh, you're reading. How is it?
It's good. I didn't read the last issue though. I forgot that. That's like another thing like I forgot to pick up.
Okay.
But
So
They brought
basically,
back
it's not just
Blue
all covered.
Supergirl.
It's actually a good story going on.
Like, what's the villain on there? Give us a little
No.
quick
what
synopsis.
is happening right now?
I don't know.
Well,
you're fading
see,
in
what-
and out.
See, Woodward 19 says Supergirl wasn't that bad, so he's reading it.
All right. All right. So let's just go past all the independents here, unless something comes up that we want to see.
Well,
Yeah,
if you see
yeah, see Woodward.
hit Kick-Ass comes out.
All right. Didn't see-
G.I. Joe come out.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Kick ass.
Am I back?
John Romita Jr. cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Miller. Yes, it's a new issue, right? New volume, number 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Volume 4.
Running 4.
Am I here?
They had to go to
Is
the
it-
cover.
Variant
Full cover.
incentive.
Yeah.
First
Yes,
one
right.
was dope.
Guys,
That was
Kick Ass comes out this week. Number 1. What is it? Volume 3?
Volume
Volume 4.
4.
Volume
4.
4.
Oh,
My bad,
and-
yo. I got cut off. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is being retarded.
Oh, see what it said. It's Final Invincible. You should
Yeah,
go
I
back
was
up
about to say
to
that.
that.
We'll
Yeah.
go back up. We'll go to the final Invincible. Yes. Was it Image, right? Or
Yeah.
an Image.
No, you was right.
Yeah, you just passed it. It
You
was
just
right
passed
before
it. It was right
Kick-Ass.
above.
There we
Yep.
go.
Did
So
G.I.
that's his
Joe come
last
out this week? I didn't see because my
G.I. Joe
freaking
does come out this week.
computer froze.
Yeah, G.I. Joe
guys,
comes out this week.
Final Invincible. What issue
The
number?
friend-
That is 144.
144.
That's it. 12
Double
times 12.
size. It's actually a $5.99 book. So you can. I know Merc Word of Mouth is very upset about this. This is his book. He praised about this book. I will read it. I'm gonna just.
And that's it. It's done. Dead. And,
Yeah,
and
It
That's
is
it.
good.
All
It-
those
it
books
was
is gonna
really
go
good.
down.
yeah, but that's what's happening with these independent books that they have no legs, no longevity. Is that the owners don't want no one else to? It's not like Spawn. You see how Todd gives it to other people to write and color.
Like that,
Is
Jason.
that a
has-
cover swipe?
He has a mentality like DC and
Like-
Marvel for
That
longevity.
looks like the
These other guys,
Wolfenstein.
they don't want to.
cover.
They don't want. He could have just gave it somebody else to write, and they would have kept going. And now all that dies, and those books become nothing. You know, because that's it. No
Yep.
more Invincible after that. The same thing will happen with Walking Dead. Once Walking Dead finishes and the comic book finishes, if they don't keep writing, like if with Kirby doesn't let
I don't like
someone
that
else
comic.
take it over and make a new volume and a new thing, it'll die out also completely.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. So. All right.
No,
You know
but
what?
that
I'm gonna.
G.I. Joe cover looks like the Wolfenstein, one of the screens in Wolfenstein.
Yeah, it is. It's a homage to that.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Okay, so Amazing Spider-Man. Go ahead.
Spider-Man.
Renew your vows.
Oh wait, which is that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Renew
good
Your Vows.
Spider-Man.
Amazing.
The real Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that should have happened.
Alex
Alex
Ross. Right
Ross.
there. You
That's
could
a nice
just,
cover.
You just put that up and you
Yeah,
said
that's a nice cover. That's a classic.
is a nice cover.
man.
Yeah.
That annual's
No,
gonna
that's an
suck
anime.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The annuals always suck, except for DC annuals.
Second print, no, don't care. Avengers 680. Mark Brooks cover sold out online.
All those Avengers books are sold out for whatever reason. The storyline's really good.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's stupid. He said,
I can't
I
get
like-
hear rumors that Liefeld is a hot variant artist these days.
fuck that guy.
That's a
No,
nice
he's
cover.
just playing. You know.
I like that cover.
And of course, Cable.
Of course.
And of course. And the variant is sold out. Oh, it's the trading card cover. That's why.
This is
I already
trash.
come out with one.
Mm-hmm. What is that? A CGI mustache? Anyway. That was funny. Even I gotta say.
Oh God! Come on! Remember I showed you guys this Captain America?
This
Oh yeah, I
is
think
the
we were talking about
AceCon
this shit.
Oh,
Right. This is the HCon Arizona show exclusive. Like DC had, they had one over here in Long Island with
Yeah,
the
that's an ugly
Justice
cover
League,
though.
because they had the actor who played Captain America and Spider-Man. This is so bad.
That
Yeah,
should remind me
How
of the
dare they
Superhero
take-
Squad Marvel.
it looks like a fake Ed McGuinness copy.
It's
Like,
just,
how dare they take a good artist's work, such as Tom McFarlane, and take a dump all over it like this? Like,
Billy Martin.
yo,
Yeah.
send that guy angry mail. Send that guy angry
You said
tweets.
relax.
I implore everybody to go on Twitter and send that guy some angry tweets for drawing that.
that is. You
You
know
just
what?
send him an angry tweet.
I got. This looks horrible.
That shit do.
You know what? I just
Look
one
at the
question.
size of his fist, bro.
Look at
How the
that.
hell he wears
He's
a
got
watch?
that Hellboy's fist right here.
Look, I can understand if he got his kid to draw it for him. He was feeling lazy that day, so he was like, "Hey, son, draw this cover over here."
But imagine,
And if you look at it,
AceCon, and
Spider-Man
this is one of the exclusives. When you buy those expensive
Spider-Man-
badges, you're going to get this exclusive cover, and you come home with this.
yeah,
I
he
came
did
home
that
with
Ted
that.
McGuinness. That's what I said. See, where fake ass Ed McGuinness cover. And go back to that, Marky, real quick. Spider-Man is drawn in a whole different art style than Captain America.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man's not bad. Captain America, like
Yeah.
he looks stupid.
I'm
Billy Martin.
I just want to see Captain America.
Billy Martin, we coming for you.
Yeah.
Jack said masturbating arm. Yeah, J. Robinson with the right.
This is the variant cover of Captain America.
That's
This is
funny.
sold out online too. Hulk variant. Do we really need a Hulk
Why
variant
is
now?
that sold out?
Even if you
Why does
do, look at
anyone
that.
want that cover?
I don't like that cover.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All of the Hulk covers are
that
sold
one's
out,
okay.
no matter which one it is. Even all the garbage
Darth
ones.
Vader number.
Darth
11?
Vader number 11, Pat. Yeah, Vader about to fuck shit up. That's
Let me tell you
All
something.
those
I never get
people
tired of
hate
seeing
Darth
Vader
Vader.
on covers. So
Hell yeah,
you show me
neither.
Vader on cover every issue, I'm good with it.
I'm very invested with this. I'm enjoying every book I pick up. Every time I keep on saying, this is gonna be the last one. I got the first series. This one.
That's definitely a
No,
book
it
I
just
pick up.
keeps me going. It's like
You know
shit.
what?
I gotta
I'm gonna
find out
wait
what
till a
goes next.
collector's edition to come out on that volume.
Tell you the truth, this
hardcover
is
or-
better than the first series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first
I gotta
series.
say,
The first series, I dropped it like after issue 7. So
dude,
Like,
it was really good. Really good. Despicable.
Deadpool's been whack. It's been whack for the last 10 years.
Yo, like, I mean, I like Deadpool. That's crazy, but yeah, it's been very.
Now this
overkill.
cover,
So
this
good.
is the Hulk variant. This is sold out.
Yeah.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. Look at that.
No.
Oh my
Look
god,
at that shit.
that's horrible. Oh my god, that looks horrible.
It's
Wow.
I mean, I don't.
Who did that? Who drew that? We gotta
This is
look
like
at
the
these.
Hunchback.
the variant, they're not saying.
They're not saying that
They're
for
not
good
telling you
reason.
because he's
That-
going to get a lot of hate tweets.
Well, Billy Martin is, right? I guess.
Billy Martin.
You know what? We're gonna blame Billy Martin also for that one.
Fuck that word.
Unbelievable. Look at that cover, guys. Unbelievable.
Oh
That's
God.
Hulk in skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Hipster Hulk over
Doctor
there.
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
That's a,
A strange cover.
Hulk variant sold out online. This is actually a better
You
cover.
see, that's a good cover. That's Mike
that's a
Deodato.
different. Yeah.
You see,
That's
that's
a
a
good cover.
good artist. so-
Okay, but explain this to me. I understand you're celebrating Hulk, but you're putting characters that have nothing to do inside of the fucking book. It makes no sense. Why? If you want to make Hulk variants to celebrate the Hulk,
Do it for the
do it
fucking
in his
Hulk.
own fucking book.
No, but you can't say that. You can't say that.
But do
Monkey,
a
because
cover that has.
DC
That
does those
has
theme
something to
variants
do with
also
the
too.
character, and then throw him into. I don't.
DC
You know
doesn't-
what?
doesn't
You know
do
what? Bring that
anything.
cover back up.
Yeah,
Bring that
right.
cover back
Life
up.
food legs. Life food legs.
Look, I want the guys to know something. You'll probably even notice. Hulk is the
squares?
strongest there is, right?
That's the end.
Nobody can defeat the Hulk, right?
Mhm.
But not even the Hulk can stop from baldness. Look at
Oh,
that.
we got Chrome Dome. That's right.
That's
Look at
right.
Even the Hulk needs hair club for men.
Oh,
The
my
Rogue
God.
Let's keep moving.
He's Bosley.
I have no idea. Oh, Falcon.
That's a good cover.
That's a nice cover.
I'm not reading.
That looks like
I'm
Eddie
not
from
reading
Iron
stuff.
Maiden.
I thought that was Blade.
Yeah,
It's freaking dark.
So what
Hulk.
is this? What
Black.
issue is that? What is that?
Whatever his
that
name
is issue. That's Falcon number 5.
Oh, that's okay.
That series.
Oh, that's a Marvel.
Oh,
Legacy
Marvel
tie-in.
2 one comes out.
Doing
Yeah.
one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're swimming.
No, they still on Monster Island.
Yeah.
I want to read it. Yeah, I'm not feeling the cover.
Hulk
too much,
variant.
but-
That isn't sold out online.
Now that cover is pretty decent.
Oh,
see,
that's
that's
classic
not-
right there. That's why. But even then, the proportions are not good.
Yeah.
On the Hulk, you know.
It's aiding and coloring.
But you see, that cover makes sense because the thing
Yes.
is on it and the Hulk
Yes.
is fighting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Thank
makes
you.
sense to do
That
something
makes
like
sense.
that. But when it's just the Hulk on a Doctor Strange cover, like
Right.
it's dumb.
That was a sick ass Hulk cover though. That Doctor
That's
Strange.
Marvel.
Look at it. They're copying. They're
Those
copying
shows
off
on
of
the
Captain Marvel with the Marvel family. So
Yeah.
now we have the Miss Marvel family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's more like a team.
Uh,
Substitute
Since
for
Old
her.
Man Hawkeye was what, number 10 best-selling book? Well, number
Yeah.
2 comes out this
I
week,
missed out on number 1. Let me see if I
and there's only one cover, I think. for
Oh,
it.
that's nice. No, there's two. There's a Hulk variant.
Oh,
That's
there's
nice.
Hulk.
That's a nice cover.
That is a nice cover.
See, no, wait a minute. You want to talk? This looks like fucking Mad Max or some shit
Yeah.
like that. You know?
Yeah.
Good. Like
I
that.
like
Let's see
that.
the Hulk. Let's see the Hulk variant.
Let's
for
see
it.
the Hulk, and it's not
Gotcha.
sold out.
Oh,
Which again makes no sense.
Yeah, why is he getting married on the cover?
And why in the Hulk's hand? You don't know where that hand's been, really.
Well, it's not like it's Cap's hand. I'll be more concerned if it was
I
Cap's
hope
hand.
you gave the Hulk some Purell before you went in that shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were Hulk was scratching his
so
whole
we have a
neck.
few people that joined the chat real quick, guys. Since our last shout out, so we got Tats Comics,
Mhm.
we have Miss Hustle, and we have CBA Comic Estate,
Hey,
and Mr. Unknown Comics guy. Thanks for joining us.
that storyline has been good as hell.
The
Oh,
old
that's
man,
nice.
old man Logan.
Yeah, that's a nice cover right there.
I wish it was
Oh,
young
and
man
Resurrection.
Logan, but
Yeah. That's the whole cover.
Yeah, that's Redneck Hulk.
And then, Phoenix Resurrection, right?
Yeah, so those
Oh, but
variants.
that's
Wait a minute. That's wait a minute. That's the
It's
Mark
exclusive
Brooks.
stuff.
yeah, that's the old issues. Yeah,
That's the old issue. Okay.
So if you want them, go get them.
Punisher.
That storyline been sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling
it's
it
a nice
either.
color though.
They've been taking a shit on the Punisher for like the last 5-6 years.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a Star Wars book coming. Not this one, the Poe Dameron.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
still
not that
going
one,
on.
but
Thrawn, baby.
yeah.
Oh, Thrawn
that's
number
the
one. Yeah,
They sold
the other day.
bestseller book that's out right now, so they made it in comic form if you don't want to read a big giant fucking novel.
Yeah, I don't
So,
want to read that, but I want to listen to the audiobook, which I have on my YouTube.
I do have a copy of the audiobook too, and I will sit down and listen to it one day.
I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive hardcover book.
Nice. So of course we have to have the action figure. This is
those.
one character I would really like to see show up in a film or some sort
Yeah,
later down.
He's dead.
I'm just saying they can do something if they wanted to. If they can go back, they can go forward, they can go in between, like a story in between or whatever.
Or let him do a cameo in the Solo movie.
Somebody said something about bringing all these characters back. I don't know in what form, but
This variant is sold out and it's $50.
All I know is if Mara Jade isn't in the next movie,
that's a nice one. Yeah.
These freaking movies don't count.
Oh, Mara Jade, yeah, they bring her.
If they don't bring her back, these movies don't count.
So what else?
Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Isn't this title canceling?
They should.
Okay.
It should have been canceled.
That's like the Silver Surfer number 4.
That's a remark.
no one's
and
reading
this
it.
is
Who's reading
Weapon
that book?
X.
We got Comics Corner Club in the house. We also have Stephen Host that joined us.
I don't know what
X-Men Blue.
Comic, Mr. Unknown Comic Guy wants to know what are the panel's definite picks.
Venom.
Definite picks.
Well, for
Like
me,
for this
it's
week?
going to be. I'm definitely getting Kick-Ass. Definitely getting Thorn. Me, Spider-Man, of course.
We're gonna have to go through this list
He
again.
just says these nuts.
These nuts.
Dude, if you gotta pick these nuts, you need to go see a doctor.
Yeah, go see a doctor.
Oh, that's a nice one. The Poison Spider-Man.
Oh, that's nice.
That's sold out online too.
Yeah, to give you my definite pick, we're gonna have to go through this whole list again. And,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
There's
the
a lot
deadline.
of them. I mean, we can say the Supergirl, we can say the last issue of Invincible, we can say the Admiral Thrawn. Me personally, I'm picking up the Hal Jordan and the Darth Vader, and that's
In metal, we all get in metal.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the
metal, right?
the one shot.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
this
not getting
might
that.
be actually the first time I'm picking more than 3 comics this week. And let's just-
Yeah, we
did
got
the
members of the
oh, right.
9.8 Posse in the house. We got
Alright.
Rack 718, Comics Corner Club, Gomez.
And just for
Gomez, shout out to Gomez.
Just for Ray Jr., his Cave Woman, the pool party cover. There we go.
Hey.
We ended off with that.
Please.
Yeah.
Them
And,
shows
wait
out.
a minute,
That's
wait a
probably
minute. For your
swag.
Zombie Tramp fans, isn't this like a first appearance of a new character in the Zombie Tramp world? Black Betty.
Betty.
She's like a zombie hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
that-
monster hunter.
Yeah, she was in the free comic book day that they
Yeah.
came out with, and this is her own run now. So there you go for your Zombie Tramp lovers out there. And I'm not going to show the risque shit because we don't want to get kicked off. And we're just going to end it off if nothing else is up. I'm just taking a quick. Oh wait a minute, let's show some Valent.
Bloodshot.
Bloodshot. Yeah.
Bloodshit.
Bloodshot?
No, Bloodshot.
Man, no, you
Well,
said Bloodshot. I mean, if
I'll
you
give
got,
Bloodshot. It's been the only good book. Like
All right.
they relaunched
if you got
everything.
Bloodshit, you need to go to
Well,
a
why that white guy with the afro look like Black Dynamite?
I have
No,
no
he's a
idea.
because he's a black guy. He's Vietnam Bloodshot.
Battle damage cover. Let's see the battle damage cover. Okay.
Alrighty then.
They
All
picked
right. Oh
raw
wait,
art.
there's more.
The animated series freaking cover.
God.
Some
Damn.
tent girl cover.
All right, Ninjak. How bad can this be? There we go.
Ninja K.
Ninja K. Oh,
Ninja
K.
Ninjak has been consistent too. I like Ninjak. It's good.
No Exo Manowar.
We'll get to it. Let's see. I don't think so. Nope.
Valiant only releases 2 books a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they freaking have no money.
They don't flood the market. And we're on the Grid Fairy Tales, and that means that is it for new
Mr.
comic book
Unknown
day.
said bloodshot out his ass.
Oh man!
Oh man! All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining us in the chat. We had a nice crowd in the chat. You know, at one point, I think we had like 30-something viewers, 32 viewers, which is always cool. It's always blessed that people want to listen to. I always feel good that someone wants to listen to the nonsense that we talk. You know? So real quick, I just want to go down the line. If there's anything you guys want to say, Eli, there's anything you want to say? Any shout outs or any final thoughts?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who won from our auction. You'll be getting your stuff. I'll be mailing it out hopefully by the end of this week. So, busy with classes and stuff. So you gotta give me some time. But yeah, thank you all.
Cool, man.
Thank everybody.
All right, Jeff Johnson. If your final thoughts and shout outs.
Shout outs. Everybody who's on the auction. I mailed out all of your books over the weekend between Saturday and today. So you should be getting it hopefully by the weekend. Next week, you should get your books. Final thoughts. If you're going to look up history on a superhero, do your research. That's it.
Heavy.
That's right.
Seriously, before you go on and talk shit and you look dumb, do your research.
Yeah. I got you, bro. I got you. Look, Jeff has been on a roll lately. He's been
word.
Yeah, that's right. Angry man. That's right. Let him know, Jeff. I like that side of you. All right, Mike, Joker, M21.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody who participated in the auction this past Friday. I'm sending your books out tomorrow. I packed it up and I'll ship them out tomorrow. And everybody tune in Friday for Black Panther, right? You gotta see Black Panther this weekend. So
that's true. Yes, it comes out this week.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's that.
All right. Cool. All right, Monkey 316. Final thoughts and shout outs.
Just like everybody else, everybody, thank you for watching and the panel and all that stuff. And thank you for watching the auction and buying some stuff from us. Same thing with me, with Mike. I'm sending out everybody's books out tomorrow, and you should be getting them before the end of this week. So enjoy. Thank you very much. As for shout outs and whatever, I can say a whole bunch of things. We got Black Panther, but also we got Valentine's Day. So for people with wives and girlfriends, make sure they are taken care of before you say, I'm going to go see Black Panther this weekend.
Pick up your comic book days before Valentine's, before your chocolates and roses.
You best take care of business before you go ahead to the movies first, because you may not have no business when you get back. So everybody, have a good week, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
All right. So my final thoughts real quick. It's just, again, like everyone else said, I want to thank everyone for joining us this past Friday on our auction. Anyone that bought anything from me this Friday, it's already been shipped today. So you should be getting it soon this week. I don't know when our next auction is going to be. I kind of leave that up to the guys. They kind of dictate when it's going to be.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, right.
you guys, we'll see, Manny, Jeff, Marky, Mike. So we don't know when the next one's gonna be.
We'll let Eddie tell us.
Yeah, right. We'll keep you posted.
Eddie is on Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie. You finally got to see Eddie. Hasn't been for a while,
Yes.
in the live show. He was able to join us for
rare appearance.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Remember,
right.
when he comes on, we should have more viewers and all that shit. So just remember, it's rare. If he put out a book, it'd be worth a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. One more thing real quick that I wanted to say that we didn't get a chance to talk about is that there's a channel I watch, Emergency Awesomeness, and he confirmed that is X-Force in the back in that Deadpool shot that they showed the team
from the helicopter.
The helicopter, yeah, and it's confirmed that is Shatterstar.
Oh shit! I got his first appearance.
That the other character is called Levitz. The other character, the yellow like film over his face. You know what his power is? His power is that whatever he throws up is like poison to everybody. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Those are throwaway. Yeah, vomit. Yeah. So those are throwaway characters though, because Megasonic Teenage Warhead is going to be part of that X-Force team, and so is Colossus is going to be part of that X-Force team. And
I gotta tell you, that trailer
is not confirmed yet.
That trailer's off the hook.
Yeah, that trailer was fire, man. That's just that trailer alone. People were gonna go see it regardless, but just seeing that, it's like we already know where this is going. It's total comic mayhem. That's it.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. That's the
website.
It's gonna work. And watch those X-Force issue 100, first appearance of X-Force.
Yeah, and get that New Mutants #6, first appearance of Shatterstar.
That's right. All right, guys. Until next week. Next 2 weeks.
Peace.
Black Panther.
Later, guys.